Hallihallo, meine Freunde. Ja, Marsch streckt sich und wir kommen wieder zurück in der weiteren Folge Genshin Impact. Yes, meine Freunde. Und ihr seht schon, es ist das schöne Inazuma. Man hört dort die Inazuma-Musik. Man sieht dort oben den Sakura. Ja, den Berg da halt, ne? Den Sakura-Baum und so alles. Ja, meine Freunde, es ist soweit. Wir beginnen mit den Legenden-Quests nach und nach, würde ich sagen. Wir fangen mit Gorou tatsächlich an. Ich bin mal gespannt, was uns alles erwarten wird. Und ja, wir haben uns, ich habe mich schon mal, hab mich schon direkt mal ins Inazuma-Gebiet hin teleportiert, damit wir Zeit sparen. Und ich würde sagen, legen wir los. Vor allem, was ich gerade sehe, ich habe den Kompass hier noch aktiv, ne, von dem Event letztes Mal. Machen wir den mal ab, weil den brauchen wir jetzt nicht mehr. So, meine Freunde, ich würde sagen, let's go, startet. Okay. So, und da ist schon... Okay. Das überrascht jetzt mit den beiden? Na dann.
I really can't recommend that store highly enough. A couple more visits and you'll find that the fur on your tail is silky smooth. A gorgeous tail like yours deserves lots of tender, loving care. Don't you agree?
No need. I'm not interested in that kind of thing.
You say that, but do I see your ears saying otherwise? Although your tail isn't professionally maintained, the fur doesn't look dry and coarse. To me, this says you like to take care of it. I'm also guessing that you like to curl up into a fetal position and hug your fluffy tail tight as you go off to sleep.
How do you know? Don't be ridiculous. I'm a high-ranking general of Watatsumi Island. How could I do such a thing?
Oh, it's okay. There's no need to be embarrassed. The desire to cuddle up to a soft tail while sleeping is quite natural.
Really? Wait, no. Why are we still on this topic? In fact, why am I even here talking about tails with you in the first place?
Why? Because you are blessed with a wonderful fluffy tail, that's why. I think it's very cute.
Ugh, I'm trapped. How do I get out of this? It's you! Oh, thank goodness. Please save me.
Oh, and how is my favorite little one doing, hmm? I didn't expect to meet you here. We were just talking about tails. Gorou has a beautiful tail, don't you think? Doesn't it make you want to stroke it?
Hey, not you too.
Gorou, now do you understand how appealing your tail is?
Pardon me. Lady Gucci, we have completed the matter you instructed us about previously. We have selected a very skilled artist to be in charge. I'm confident that the finished product will be to your satisfaction.
I'll take a look later, and if everything's in order, place it in front of the store. All right, I won't tease the two of you any further. Do make the most of your trip here, won't you? Quite a lot has changed. I wish you both a fun-filled time on Narukami Island.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Could she be plotting something? Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the shogunate, we've had much closer contact than we did before. I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I hadn't counted on running into her. I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've ever gotten used to it. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she towers over me and speaks so cryptically. Something about her is strangely intimidating. I could probably deal with her in battle, but I don't know where to start when I run into her in normal life. I guess this is a weakness of mine. Really? That would be great. To be honest, this is something that's always worried me. If the soldiers ever saw me in this kind of embarrassing situation, they'd be very disappointed. So, I have to overcome it, for their sake. As soon as I've worked through this, let's go take on Yae Miko again. First things first, though. Do you have any ideas on where to begin? I see. So if you pretend to be someone like her, I can keep practicing on you. If I can get the better of you, then I'll be able to hold my own when similar situations come up in the future. Good plan. Let's see. Where should we start? Now that you mention it, I remember having a similar experience back on Watatsumi Island. I was with my subordinates at the time. We ran into a merchant, I got caught up talking to them, and I don't quite know what happened, but I ended up buying a lot of things from them. I think we can give it a try. There's an island called Rito nearby. Why don't we go there? I heard all the Outlander merchants are based there, so it might help to create the right atmosphere.
Alles klar, meine Freunde. Ja. Ich muss aber auch ehrlich gestehen, ich bin ja auch echt... Ich bin ja auch richtig fucking lahm. Aber was mich gerade mehr interessiert... Na, nee, das Schild ist nicht da. Ich wollte gerade gucken, meine Freunde, ob der Messina zu sehen ist, wenn man Gorous Legendenquest aktiviert. Wie es aber scheint, ist es nicht der Fall. Oder es kommt später. Kann auch sein, ich weiß es halt nicht. Wir haben auf jeden Fall Messina gesehen. Das ist ja auch in den Aufnahmen drauf gewesen. Das war ja da, wo Ito und Gorou rauskamen. Waren ja beide Geo-Charaktere. Mit zusammen Albedo später sogar tatsächlich. Ja, alles schöne Zeiten. Ja, meine Freunde, tatsächlich ist es mit Gorou. Ich hab's echt spät gemacht, tatsächlich, ne? Das mit Gorou ist eigentlich voll lange her. Aber irgendwie nie die Zeit gehabt, alles andere. Dann kam immer was anderes dazu. Und dann privat mal ein bisschen nicht so viel Zeit gehabt, tatsächlich. Und ja, dann habe ich immer das einfach tatsächlich verpeilt, diese Quests zu machen. Aber jetzt machen wir das nach und nach. Wir haben sowieso momentan jetzt keine Aufnahmen, echt andere Aufnahmen zur Verfügung. Wir müssen halt auf 3.4 warten. Und, ja, solange Ei noch da ist hier in diesem Patch, wird das noch eine Weile dauern. 18 Stunden und 7 Tage heißen. Klar ist jetzt, so gesehen sind wir immer noch beim 8. Tag. Also es dauert jetzt eine Weile, bis das alles funktioniert halt, ne? Bis dahin, meine Freunde, würde ich sagen, genießen wir noch den 3.3 Patch, bis der 3.4 da ist. Ja. Na dann. Gorou, willkommen. Mal gespannt, was wir alles machen müssen. Bin ich auch ein bisschen interessiert. Okay, wir müssen aber uns noch nicht mehr gut. Weil ich wollte kurz wissen. Ah, okay. In diesem einen Gespräch. Ah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, das ist interessant. Handlungsübersicht. Okay, meine Freunde. Es sind 5 Truhen insgesamt. Vor allem auch mit ein bisschen Urgestein. Hatten ist auch schon. Und 500 XP ist auch nicht schlecht. Aber es sind nur 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Das heißt, ein 5. fehlt noch auf jeden Fall. Mal schauen, was wir alles noch machen müssen. Spezialtraining. Legen wir los. Let's go.
So this is Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see any Tenryou Commission soldiers roaming the streets. What a nice place. Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman. Hi. Hi. So, a lot of the soldiers have been complaining about a shortage of blankets recently. So, 10 blankets, please? Okay, I'll settle the check right away. The price seems pretty cheap to me, in which case, no need to haggle, right? I think that's still not too bad. Is that supposed to be really expensive? I'm sorry. In the past, Her Excellency has always handled procurement of military supplies. I don't know the specific prices of these items, so I never really know how to respond. This won't get us anywhere. I have to haggle to give you the chance to use your wily tricks on me. What do we do now? Something I'm more interested in? Maybe, cake? That's so expensive. I know what a fair price is when it comes to cake. Wait a sec. If you think about this from another angle, a cake that costs 100,000 more per slice must be so much better than a regular cake. Oh, let me see. I've been saving up recently. I think I should have enough. So, there isn't really a kind of cake that costs 100,000 more per slice? What a shame. I feel like role-playing as a vendor is a little outside our area of expertise. What kind of person do we both see regularly enough to impersonate convincingly? Fatui? Then it looks like a trip into the wild is in order. Let's go give it a try.
Okay. Ah, wir müssen noch da. Okay, meine Freunde. Dann legen wir los. Bin ich mal gespannt. Let's go. Mal sowieso gespannt, wie lange das mit Gorou eigentlich dauert. Er hat ja nur 5 Truhen. Mal gespannt. Ich bin auf jeden Fall sehr gespannt auf die Bilder. Die meisten von euch kennen sie wahrscheinlich schon. Ich fange ja auch voll spät damit an, ey. Ich werde drauf, die alle Genshin spielen, kennen ja alle schon die ganzen Bilder. Ja, ich fange halt an, ne? Let's go.
I've dealt with Fatui before, but I always end up against those big, stocky guys who are much taller than me. I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow, I still don't have the muscles to show for it. Maybe I'll start to see the results in a few more years. Right? I mean, at the very least, I need to look more muscular than my subordinates. I know that people's trust in me has nothing to do with my size, but if I were taller and bulkier, they'd be able to identify me from behind more easily when charging into battle. That way, our forces wouldn't scatter so easily. As long as I was on the field, they'd be able to follow me. But enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time?
Warte mal. Thema gefehlt. Machen wir mit der Ausbildung weiter, wenn du willst. Imitieren.
What? I smell danger! Really? Huh. For a moment there, I could have sworn the actual Fatui were right here. No, wait. Behind you! It wasn't my imagination. They really are here. Prepare to engage!
What? Auch echt? Ah, wir sind Gorou.
Are you here to play with me?
Das sind ja wirklich Fatui, Leute.
Committed to memory. This may turn a little.
Advance!
Let me amuse myself.
Pull in! Press the advantage!
Look at me.
Auch noch weitere.
Committed to memory. Gold bishop down! The fuse is lit!
Na, mit Yumia geht's schnell, Leute.
It's all fun and games until the real Fatui show up, huh? That little interruption has really ruined the mood for me. Let's not do any more Fatui impressions for today. It seems in poor taste after the trouble they caused in Watatsumi Island anyway. Do we have any other options? What do you mean? Isn't this moving a little too fast? Her Excellency advocates slow and steady progress in all things, and cautions against trying to advance too quickly. To clarify, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I don't know if the time is right. I guess you're right. Thanks for your encouragement. It's not like me to shy away from a challenge like this. Let's do it! Time for a make-or-break training exercise!
Okay. Jetzt imitieren wir die Miko. Okay, bin mal gespannt. Jetzt imitieren wir unsere Miko. Das wird interessante. Auf jeden Fall. Bin ich mal gespannt. Na dann, let's go.
And we're back. Don't worry, my head's in the game this time. I am a high-ranking military officer of Watatsumi Island and the General of the Resistance. Whatever tricks you've got up your sleeve, you're not going to get to me. So bring it on! This feels like... Yes, it definitely feels like... no. Not
Ach,
even
echt?
slightly.
Oh mein Gott.
It's not that you do a bad impression of her, more like something is missing. I finally realized it when you were talking to me just now. I think that maybe what I'm really afraid of is her knowing smile and her piercing gaze. It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide, like she can just peer in and see them. But it's different with you. I trust you, so I don't feel I need to hide my secrets in the first place. Even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I don't feel afraid. Because we fought side by side in the past, and I know I don't have to have my guard up around you. But it also means that this training won't work. I just have to accept that this is a weakness of mine, as much as it pains me to do so. The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating. Are you serious? I love that. I haven't eaten anything sweet in a long time. Off we go. Let's go buy some cake. All right. The next step is to find somewhere nice and quiet.
Ich frage mich gerade, ist das alles noch das erste Training oder hat sich das jetzt gespalten? Nee, das hat nicht geklappt. Das hat nicht geklappt. Oh, professionelles ja. Motor. Imitieren ist auch schön, ne? Läuft. Okay, wir müssen noch da. Okay, ich dachte, wir müssen wieder uns irgendwo hin teleportieren, aber scheinbar nicht. Na dann, Leute, let's go.
This is so good. It's certainly a rarity in the camp. It's seen as a luxury item in the ranks of the Resistance. We have special meals on occasion, but even then, it usually means meat and wine, not dessert. So, thank you for treating me to some cake. The only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such exquisite things, you can't just chow down on them. But, as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and restraint. Wow, don't mind if I do. That's so sweet.
Wow, cooles Bild. Desserts sind das Beste. Das Wichtigste ist, dass du glücklich bist. Ja, das ist auf jeden Fall sehr geil, meine Freunde. Ja, wir haben das erste Bild draußen. Nicht übel. Das überrascht dich jetzt ein bisschen. Aber ja, erste Bild. Nee. So, schönes Bild auf jeden Fall. Sehr schönes Bild. Speichern. Okay, das Imitieren hat nicht so ganz funktioniert. Wir haben auch keinen anderen Spalt hier, ne? Ich würde es aber gerne nochmal versuchen, Leute. Ist immer noch vom Laden, ne? Ja, ist immer noch bei diesem Laden. Mal schauen, was passiert. Ich nehme mal andere Wörter jetzt.
And we're back. Don't worry. I am a high-ranking, so bring it on.
Okay, Leute.
This feels like... Yes, it definitely feels... no.
Okay, wir haben es verkackt.
It's not that you do... I finally realized... even when you're imitating the way she's... I just have to... The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is... Are you serious? I haven't eaten anything. Off we go.
Okay, meine Freunde, wir machen es nochmal anders. Ich nehme jetzt die andere Reihenfolge und mache das dann mit dem Schwanz.
Alright.
Also mit dem Schweif, so gesehen. Ich versuche es mal normal. Es ist gerade ein bisschen Zeitverschwendung, ich weiß, aber ich versuche es trotzdem mal. Wir wiederholen es mal einfach. Ich habe das dumme Gefühl, das ist irgendwie hier. Vielleicht sagen, kannst du es doch richtig machen. Ach, Warte mal. Um Zeit zu sparen. Drücke ich hier drauf, so. Und jetzt wieder auf das Vordere. Mal schauen, was passiert. Und jetzt wieder hier rauf. Fortsetzen. Na dann, legen wir los.
And we're back.
Okay.
Don't worry. I am a so bring it on. This feels like... Yes, it definitely feels like...
Okay.
No, it's not that you
Also wir kommen gar nicht auf das Ergebnis, Leute. Wir kommen gar nicht auf das Ergebnis. Na gut, ich hab's versucht. Ich hab's versucht. Ich hab's versucht.
Having to live with this weakness forever is... Are you serious? I haven't eaten anything. Off we go.
Ich hab's versucht, meine Freunde. Naja, passiert. Und dann gehen wir auf jeden Fall wieder zurück. Und versuchen die anderen auf jeden Fall rauszufinden. Eins haben wir schon mal, was sehr schönes. Tatsächlich. Ein schönes Bild auf jeden Fall mit den Kuchen. Gefällt mir. So, das heißt, meine Freunde, wir müssen jetzt wieder hier starten. Zu der Begegnung. Sprich mit Gorou darüber, wie du mit der Situation umgehen kannst. Miko ist nicht da. Okay. Na dann, hallo Gorou. Let's go.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me. Sorry that you had to see that. Since Watatsu, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never been... I could probably You're right. I've heard Her Excellency say the same thing before. In any battle, you need to think about how to avoid your shortcomings. As long as I don't come into contact with Yae Miko, everything should be fine. Really? Well, it's a relief to hear that. In that case, I still have some business to take care of with the Yae Publishing House. They run a monthly magazine called That's Life, which has an advice column. Readers write in about their problems, and I'm responsible for responding to them. I'm not quite sure why they chose me, but it's my job now, and I can't give it up just like that. Yae Miko just handed me the latest batch of readers' letters. Let's find a place to write the replies, then pack them up and send them back to Yae Publishing House.
Okay, meine Freunde, schon mal das nächste rausgefunden wahrscheinlich, ne? Ich denke mal wahrscheinlich. Jetzt geht's, glaube ich, weiter, oder ist es immer noch dieselbe? Ne, ist jetzt hier das Geheimnis hinter den Briefen. Also wir haben schon mal eines rausgefunden. Interessant. Interessante. Bin gespannt, Leute. Also, okay, wir müssen nach da. Ja, nicht schlecht. Bin ich gespannt. Bin ich gespannt. Bin ich auf jeden Fall gespannt, Leute. Legen wir los.
Huh. This place looks nice and quiet. Why don't we write the replies here? The sooner I get them finished and handed back to the publisher, the sooner we can go do something else. I just hope I don't have another run-in with, you-know-who at the Yae Publishing House later. Anyway, the writing could take me some time. The questions I receive are often so strange that I have to think long and hard about how to best answer them. Great. Let's write the replies together. I'm actually interested to hear your perspective. Let me see here. Let's start with this one. Today, a new guy came to our village. He was good-looking and had a lovely voice. When I peeked at him from behind the door, I felt my cheeks getting hotter, and my heart started beating faster and faster. See, I can tell right away that this is exactly the kind of question I'm no good at dealing with. The letter seems to be from a young lady, which is not a demographic where I can offer much expertise. What's your take? Well, I don't know what it's like to be in love, but if you say so, I think it makes sense. I'll reply like this then. It's likely that the feelings you're experiencing right now won't occur many times in your life. I urge you to summon the courage to seize this opportunity and see where it takes you, no matter where that may be. What? Really? But that's how it is in battle, too. Opportunities to seize victory are fleeting. When they arise, you have to capitalize on them right away. I imagine it's the same in love. That's my suggestion, anyway. Come on, let's read the next letter. My neighbor is always borrowing money from me, but never seems to be able to pay me back on time. I have tried subtly raising the issue in conversation several times, but he always finds a way to dodge my questions. He was kind to me when I was young. I don't want to make things ugly, but the money issue bothers me a lot. Please help me. If this is a dispute between neighbors, it must be settled as soon as possible. It's like when conflict arises between generals in the army. The proper policy is to resolve it without delay. The most important thing in military regulations is fairness. It is only right to pay back a debt. I want to suggest that the writer demands their money back in no uncertain terms. Do you think that makes sense? That makes sense too. Giving the neighbor an ultimatum would likely harm the relationship between them. But the letter also makes it clear that no matter how many hints the writer gives him, the neighbor won't return the money. In that case, how about we reply like this? Why not ask to borrow some money from your neighbor? Any sum he agrees to lend you can be used to offset the amount he owes. Even if he refuses to lend to you, at least by asking to borrow from him, you are sending him the message that your own financial position is far from optimal, and he will be unlikely to ask you for money again in the near future. I don't know, but it's worth a try. The most important thing is to muster the courage to resist and not give the other person the impression that you're someone they can take advantage of. And we're done with that letter. The next one seems longer. Let me see. Hello. I was born on Narukami Island, and now I'm a soldier in the Resistance. So, this is from one of my troops? Most likely. But I'm not sure who. Before passing any reader's letters on to me, Yai Publishing House has their staff copy each one by hand and redact all names in the process. So I can't be sure who exactly this is. Anyway, let's keep reading. I couldn't turn a blind eye to the Vision Hunt decree, and my anger drove me to join the resistance. My comrades and I have fought side by side, and I have formed deep friendships with them. Since we achieved our goal and the war came to an end, I've remained on Watatsumi Island. But this is not my hometown, and I often find myself dreaming of the cherry blossoms falling on Narukami Island. I now don't know whether to stay here or return home. The resistance has treated me well, and I've long been disillusioned by the shogunate, but my hometown tugs constantly at my heartstrings. How should I reply to him? Let me think about it. To be blunt, I obviously don't want any soldiers under my command to leave. But if making them stay causes them pain, how are my actions any different from the Vision Hunt decree? I suppose I'll reply... Narukami Island has changed. You should go back and visit. That should do it. I'll be okay. Come on, let's finish the rest of the letters. Thanks to you, writing the responses went very smoothly this time. Let's go and deliver them to the Yai Publishing House, shall we?
Alles klar, Leute. Oh, zufällige Begegnung. Der Weg zur Freundschaft. Bring die Briefantworten zurück zum... Na dann. Aber meine Freunde, ich würde sagen, wir machen damit in der nächsten Folge dann weiter, würde ich sagen. Ist ja schon fast vorbei. Euer Marschu, bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschaußen.